Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Lynn Trim. Welcome to episode number 37 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is all about this. Do your clients and prospects trust you? Now, I've just received a nice 55-pound box sent by the good man himself, Tony Robbins, and he's just given me access to his lifetime of work, obviously, from joining his group. But I was watching a talk done by Stephen Covey Jr. He's the son of the famous author Stephen Covey, who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I think that's the title. I don't want to muddle it up, but that's a really, really famous book, and it's an awesome, fantastic book. If you haven't read it, please do and go and read it, because it really shows you essentially what habits the highly effective people do and take on, because we know that habits determine your future. So whatever you do every single day, if you constantly work out every day, you're generally going to have a healthier, fitter body than a person that doesn't. Okay, so you get to learn what are the 7 habits of the most highly effective people around the world. But I digress. Today's topic really is about trust, because I was watching Business Mastery back in 2018. He did a fantastic talk on trust and why trust, when you have trust in the marketplace, what is trust? He's talking about trust will get your clients to buy more from you. They'll get people to refer more often. Trust will build loyalty, which then leads to tribe building, which then leads to, creating raving fans. Building trust and goodwill within the marketplace is something that I truly believe that the fitness industry, inside the fitness space, there's a lot of goodwill to be made. And if you can build this trust, then you are absolutely going to dominate. Because if you think about it, think about all the scams and shams and shabams there are online in terms of supplements, in terms of fad diets, in terms of, if we look at network marketing, which has a negative connotation, I'm kind of not for or against it. I admire anyone that takes action and really gives it their best shot, as long as they believe in their product. But if we have a look inside the fitness industry, there is a lack of trust in there, because so many people try diets and they jump from bandwagon to bandwagon to bandwagon. And what does that mean? It really means that, I always say this to the people inside the Online Trainers Club, is that your new client is somebody else's lost client. Okay, your new customer is somebody else's lost customer. They were lost from there, because let's be honest, you have clients, they've tried something before. It's not the first time. Very rarely do you get someone, unless you're working with 15, 16-year-olds, that you get somebody who's trying this out for the very first time. Even with the 15, 16-year-olds, they've probably jumped into 6-pack shortcuts on YouTube, tried that, bought the supplements, haven't seen the results, because we live in such a world where there is people over-delivering and under-promising. And I really want you to see this for what it is, and I really want you to understand that if you're going to build a legacy, if you're going to dominate your territory, that's what I mean. Like, the territory is what are you known for? What keywords do you own? And it's kind of like, well, if you're a vegan bodybuilding coach, you own those keywords. That means that if somebody says, oh, who's the best vegan bodybuilding coach? Well, it's John. John's going to pop up because he owns those keywords. Just like Coke. What does Coke own? Coke owns the keywords of soft drink. Macca's owns the keyword of fast food. When you think about fast food, what keywords do they own? So these people are owning keywords, and it's time that you start owning certain keywords inside your marketplace. And because there are so many keywords out there for the taking, okay, that isn't owned at the moment. Okay, so what keywords can you own? What territory, what name can you make for yourself? Because I've alluded to many times, is as the fitness industry gets more and more populated with more trainers jumping online, right, it's going to be harder and harder and harder to get clients. So what's going to happen is people are going to start moving into micro niches and territories. And right now, because we're still in almost the infant stage of this trending business, is that you need to start putting down and start owning this specific niche or marketplace or keyword that you want to be known for. Okay, and once you do that, trust is the most important thing, because building trust is a very, very interesting process. Okay, how do you get someone to know, love, and trust you? Trust you so much that they're always going to buy from you. They trust you enough that they're going to refer their friends and family from you, because they know that you're the best person. Okay, you've done a really good job. If you ask all your clients now, would they refer their clients, or should they refer their family members to you? And if the answer is no, and for a lot of you, it might be no. For me, it's, for a long time, when I was running my online personal training business, it was no, because I wasn't over-delivering. I was over-promising and under-delivering, okay? And when I was running that business model of making huge opportunity calls to get on the phone and close deals, all I was thinking about was the numbers. I was like, yeah, sweet, I'm going to make 5K this week. I'm going to make 10K this month. I'm going to make 20K. And as soon as I started shifting, and you have to shift the model, because when I was in that headspace, I wasn't enjoying things. I was on the phones 24/7. I was constantly making calls. I was getting rejected because I was just trying to close deals all day. I didn't have that trust. And when they signed up with me, and here's the biggest kicker, right? If you don't build this trust, even if you close the deal, your retention rate's going to suffer, because after they've signed up, they've got this thing called buyer's remorse. And if they don't trust you enough, they don't trust that you're the leading expert that's going to deliver, okay, they're going to go, Lynn, I want a refund. I'm a week into my pro, I can't do anything. I want a refund. If you don't refund, well, you burn the client. And even though they've signed a contract, you've lost goodwill in the marketplace. And you know what? There are only so many clients you can kind of go through inside a specific niche, okay? Last thing that you want to do is flip this model on its head. How can you think about creating raving fans? And trust, okay? The first question is, you need to ask yourself, do your clients trust you at the moment? They trust you enough to refer their family members to you. Because when you can refer your family members, it's like, okay, you only refer your family members the very, very best. The best. Otherwise, it's on you, right? If they don't get results, it's on you. Your reputation goes down the line. And so trust stems from, trust creates loyalty first, but trust, how to get trust is to illustrate value and demonstrate that you can get somebody a transformation by illustrating, giving them value, okay? And what I've always said before, and I've alluded to in the past, is that value is in the transformation these days. The value isn't in delivering a PDF. It's delivering a result, okay? If you can get a person from point A to point B, I want to lose belly fat and I don't know what foods I want to eat, and you come along, you show me, Lynn, these are the foods that you should be eating, cut this out, and I get a result. Okay, then you've gained trust. You've illustrated that you can be trusted. But this trust is like a bank account. It can go empty and it can go full, right? If you don't have trust, you can build it up. But if you have a lot of trust, you can break that trust very, very easily. And so trust, what Stephen Covey Jr. was talking about, it's like it can be built, okay, and it can be destroyed. Just because it's destroyed once, you can go back and build goodwill in the marketplace. Very, very easy. But the question I want you to ask yourself at this very moment in time, okay, are you the most trusted advisor within your niche, your territory, right? Not just are you a trusted friend, are you a trusted person, are you the most trusted advisor that if somebody had any health issues, you're the person to go because you cover that field. Like if you're a vegan nutritionist, right, for female vegan bodybuilders, and I only say this because, this is kind of the trend that I'm going, I'm turned vegetarian, right? But are you the most trusted advisor in that field, so that, if a female vegan client went up to you and said, look, I've got an issue with my hormones, would you know what to do? And not that would you know what to do, but do you have the referral network of the very best people? Okay, you don't need to know everything, but they need to trust that you are the expert. You have the answers, whether or not you don't have them, but you know somebody because that is your craft, that is your field. So, for most personal trainers, no. For me, for a long period of time, no. But this is what I'm committing to over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, because not only is it about you, not only is it about your online personal training company, but it's for your own personal branding as well. Can you illustrate that you can become this trusted person that rocks up and shows up every single day? Can you become this person that masters their craft every single day, that whilst everyone else out there is dabbling, can you illustrate that you're the difference and that you can become the master of the craft for your own personal brand, whether or not you stay in personal training? Because here's the thing, if you're doing something that's not fulfilling you, that you're not enjoying, then get out. You don't have to stay in it just because it makes you money, right? And just because you're used to it doesn't mean that you should be doing it. Okay, for a lot of personal trainers out there, for me, should I be coaching clients at this very moment in time and telling them how to train in the gym? No. Like, do I have a passion for it? I've kind of lost passion. I enjoy training myself, but I don't seek the fulfillment in actually telling clients that how many reps they should be doing. Okay, because I feel as though I know more to impact a lot more people on a different level, on something that vibrates with me, on something that I'm passionate about. I can talk about strategy, marketing, growth, personal development all day long. I can read about it. You can ask my partner. We go to bed and I've got earphones, earbuds in my ears, trying to immerse myself, and you might call that absolutely crazy. That's cool, but that's my passion.
So what I want you to try to find is, are you being passionate about your own niche? Do you want to go out and explore and find out everything you can do about vegan hormones and what happens to female athletes and estrogen and testosterone, yada yada, right? If you do, fantastic, this is you. If you don't, I would then advise you to go, okay, well, let's have a look at what else can you do? What are you most passionate about? And start building, because life's too short. And this is a tangent, because I've only come to realize this. Life's too short to be stuck because of the stories you surround yourself by, of the people, your environment, right? People say you're not allowed to do this. People say you shouldn't be doing this. People identify you as you're the trainer. And so you get caught up and say, look, I'm the trainer. That's all I should be doing, right? But the truth is, you dictate who you become, okay? But you need to be authentic. And in order for you to show up every single day and be masterful, you need to have passion. You need to enjoy exactly what you're doing. And so you can't do all these things. I'm telling you to be masterful, but you're like, Lynn, well, it's so hard to rock up every single day. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. If I was in your position, I would not rock up every single day too. Trust me, right? But there's a reason why you rock up, and that's because you're completely passionate about what you do. You don't have to be completely passionate, but you really enjoy what you're doing. And so if you immerse yourself in mastery, it will open up the doors to other things, other gateways as well. Okay, like it's done for myself. But today's question and today's task is to do a self-analysis of your business and really ask yourself, do my clients, do my customers trust me? Okay, and if you're brave enough, then go out and say, right, okay, cool. Am I willing to ask them for a referral? Will they be willing? Can I sit down and talk to them and say, hey, am I good? Really get some feedback. And would you refer your family members to me? Have you told your family members to me because I'm that good? Okay. And if you haven't, why not? So that's the question for today. And look, I'm really getting you out of your comfort zone. And I'm going to ask people today. I'm going to ask my clients. I'm going to ask, my personal trainers. I'm going to ask my own clients who I work with. Have I been good enough? Would you recommend me to similar people who are going through the same issues you're going through? Because it's all about understanding and getting feedback. And for a long period of time, I didn't want feedback because I didn't want to know the truth, because I was fearful. Okay? But this saying, the truth will set you free, if you really understand this saying and you're ready to tackle the truth and ready to face your fears head on, and you acknowledge the truth, you can grow so much from that truth. You get to go, right, you can fix things that were wrong, you can improve things. You might have made up a story in your own mind. You might have made up the story that you're not good enough, but in fact your clients see you as awesome. And now, you can start being like, oh my God, I'm awesome, right? Because a lot of the times we live in our own heads. We don't see things for what it really is, because it's a funny thing called perception, and everyone sees the world differently. So today your task is, number one, go and send this to a personal trainer, coach, and ask them, hey, do you think I'm a great trainer? You know what? Send this to a personal trainer and say, would you pay for my services? Because if you can have another personal trainer say, yep, I'll pay for you, that means you're doing a great job. Okay. And secondly, what I want you to do, not only sharing this podcast around and keeping yourself accountable and starting to build your network of like-minded trainers and building that environment, because look, you can't do this alone, right? You need support. When you run out of motivation, what are you going to do next? The second thing is to really do a self-analysis on your clients and be brave. I know it's hard, but here's what you need to do. You need to go in and you need to talk to the clients. You need to really talk to the clients you're serving right now. Have a deep conversation with them and just say, look, I really want to get your feedback because I really want to improve. I'm looking to improve, but how am I doing as a coach? How am I doing as your coach? Am I doing well? Be honest. And if I'm doing that well, why haven't you referred me or referred any of your family members or your closest friends to me? Okay? And they'll tell you, and really just say, well, they might not have thought about it. And so if they've never thought about it, would it be wise to get them to think about it and possibly refer a few clients if you're doing an amazing job? And really speak the truth, because sometimes your clients, just like you, whenever you're bought a coaching program, you may not have been happy. You may have been dissatisfied, but you kept it within you and you didn't go out and you didn't tell the truth. You didn't tell the truth to your coach, your mentor, okay, or your trainer, right? And so how enlightening would it be if you could just express the truth and go, right, I really want this because I want to fix this. I want to fix this. I want to fix whatever happened here. I want to improve. And when you commit to that road, everything else happens. So what I want you to do is, if you definitely want to grow, then implement this strategy and do the one thing, and of course, share the podcast. And if you want to implement the truth, then let me know how you go. Let me know what you're going to do, and the truth will set you free.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.